जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Ishavatarakam Tatprakasam Shatat-Sakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachaline Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Mancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Asadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Madeka Bandhamat-Sangin Madguro Manmahadana Mannistarakamadbhagya Madananda Namastute Asadhu Sadhutadain Atini Chachataraka Hanamanchakadasimam Pennarikanthayaspuram Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So I was told I should also speak some Hindi. Okay, so today what we will do is, so we will speak, we will recap in Hindi and then we will continue our today's class. So हम लोग कल चर्चा कर रहे थे कि नैमिषारण्य में ऋषिगण प्रश्न पूछे थे। वो लोग भागवत कैसे प्रणयन किया गया था उसके बारे में प्रश्न पूछे। महाराज परीक्षित के जन्म कर्म और उनकी मोक्ष प्राप्ति के बारे में, सुखदेव गोस्वामी के बारे में। तो पहले भागवत की प्राकट्य के संबंध में उन्होंने उत्तर दिया सुख गोस्वामी ने। उसके बाद सुखदेव गोस्वामी के बारे में बोलने के उपक्रम करते हुए उन्होंने राजा परीक्षित का जन्म कर्म संबंधी बातें चालू की, क्योंकि उसमें कृष्ण कथा का उदय होता है। तो उस प्रसंग में हम लोग श्रवण किए कैसे अश्वत्थामा ने द्रौपदी के 5 पुत्रों को वध किया था और उसको पकड़ने के लिए अर्जुन रथ से गए। तो अश्वत्थामा ने अपने को बचाने के लिए ब्रह्मास्त्र का प्रयोग किया था। फिर भगवान की कृपा से अर्जुन ने अश्वत्थामा के ब्रह्मास्त्र को समन करने के लिए वो भी एक ब्रह्मास्त्र छोड़े। फिर दोनों ब्रह्मास्त्र को उन्होंने समन किया। उसके बाद उसको पकड़ करके अश्वत्थामा को पशु की तरह बांध करके शिविर में लाए। तो वहाँ द्रौपदी महारानी ने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली। उन्होंने बहुत शिक्षणीय संदेश हम लोगों के लिए उन्होंने दिए। 6 महत्वपूर्ण बात बोली थी। धर्मम न्यायम सकरुणम निर्विलेकम समम महत्। धर्म की बातें करते हुए उन्होंने बताई कि उनको छोड़ देना चाहिए ब्राह्मणेतराम गुरु। न्याय बोले कि सहर्ष धनुर्वेद स्वप्रसंयम। जिन्होंने आपको धनुर्वेद ज्ञान दिया, फिर शस्त्रों को कैसे समन करना चाहिए, उसके रहस्यों के साथ आपने जिससे सीखा था उसके प्रति से दुर्व्यवहार नहीं करना चाहिए। हाँ। फिर उन्होंने बोले कि गुरु के रूप में अभी यहाँ हैं। फिर बोले कि द्रोणाचार्य जब शरीर छोड़े, ये सती हो सकती थी, लेकिन उन्होंने सती नहीं हुई इसीलिए कि उसकी पुत्र था, छोटा पुत्र। अश्वत्थामा इतना बड़ा नहीं था उस समय, छोटे उम्र के थे। फिर भी सब युद्ध करने के लिए आए थे। तो इसीलिए वध नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसको वध करने से मैं जैसे पुत्रहीन होकर के रो रही हूँ, हमारे गुरु पत्नी भी ऐसे रोएगी, ये मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है। ऐसी सब बात जो बोले तो भगवान हंसने लगे। तो भगवान बोलते हैं ब्रह्म बंधु न हंतव्य आतताई धर्म मयैव भयम आम्नाकं परिपाह्यानुशासनम्। मेरे द्वारा शास्त्र की वचन है, ब्रह्म बंधु को नहीं हत्या करना, लेकिन आतताई को जरूर वध करना चाहिए। तो प्रश्न होता है, अगर ब्रह्म बंधु ही आतताई हो तो उसको क्या करना चाहिए? तो श्री भगवान कहते हैं परिपाह्यानुशासन, ये हमारे मत है, तुमको इसको एग्जीक्यूट करना पड़ेगा। कुरु प्रतिश्रुतं सत्यम, जैसे तुमने द्रौपदी को वचन दिया था तो अपना वचन पालन करो। और प्रियम च भीमसेनस्य, भीम से भी जो कर रहे हैं उसको भी करो। और अंतर्यामी में बचा, मैं भी जो कह रहा हूँ। तो इसे कह करके जब भगवान निरस्त हुए, युधिष्ठिर महाराज भी उनको समर्थन किए। तो फिर अर्जुन ने समझ लिया क्या करना चाहिए। वपनम द्रविणादानम स्थान निर्यापणम यथा, ईश ही ब्रह्मबंधूनां बधम नान्यस्ति। There are three ways, तीन तरह से ब्रह्म बंधु का हत्या किया जा सकता है। कैसे? वपनम, उसका केस मुंडन कर देना। वपनम, द्रविणादानम, उसका धन छीन लेना। और स्थानम निर्यापणम, तथा घर से निकाल देना, छुड़ा देना। ऐसे ही ब्रह्मबंधुनां बधा, इस तीन प्रकार से ब्रह्मबंधु को हत्या किया जा सकता है। नान्य दैहिक वध नास्ति, उनके लिए शारीरिक वध का निर्देश नहीं है शास्त्र में। तो अर्जुन ने ऐसे किए और फिर उसको निकाल दिया गया। और वो तो चला गया, लेकिन उसका क्रोध समन नहीं हुआ। आज फिर सुनेंगे वो क्या करने जा रहा है। उसके बाद सभी पांडव लोग एकत्रित हुए। कुंती महारानी, द्रौपदी, सब लोग अभी पुत्र शोक से घिरे हुए हैं। अभी वो लोग क्या करने जा रहे हैं? अभी 8वें अध्याय में जहाँ कुंती देवी स्तुति करने जा रही है, तो वो प्रसंग चालू हो रहा है। अष्टमे कुपित द्रोणो, और अष्टमे कुपित द्रोणे अस्त्र रक्षा परीक्षितः श्री कृष्णेन स्तुति कुंत्या राज्ञ शोकस्य कीर्त्यते। इस अष्टम अध्याय के विषय क्या है? 3 विषय के बारे में बताया जाएगा। कुपित द्रोणी है अश्वत्थामा, द्रोणाचार्य के पुत्र। तो वो कुपित होकर के ब्रह्मास्त्र छोड़ा था और उस ब्रह्मास्त्र से भगवान परीक्षित को बचाएंगे, ये प्रसंग वर्णन है। श्री कृष्ण स्तुति कुंत्या, कुंती देवी के द्वारा भगवान श्री कृष्णचंद्र की स्तुति की जाएगी। और राज्ञ शोकस्य कीर्त्यते, महाराज युधिष्ठिर के शोक के बारे में भी वर्णन होगी। So, in the beginning of chapter 8, Srila Sutta Goswami says, Atha te samparetanam svanam udakamichchatam datum sa Krishna gangayam puraskritya jayustriha। बोलिए, अथ ते संपरेतानां स्वानां उदकमिच्छतां Datum sa Krishna Gangayam Puraskritya Jayustriya. Good. Sutta Vacha. Sutta said. Atha. Thus. Te. The Pandavas. Samparitanam. Of the dead. Swanam. Of the relatives. Udakam. Water. Ichchatam. Willing to have. Datum. To deliver. So Krishna along with Draupadi. Gangayam on the Ganges. Puraskritya putting in the front. Yayu went. Striya the woman. Sutta Goswami, he continues the story. Atha means thereafter. Means, so far we have heard how Arjuna, he punished Ashwatthama for his heinous act. Now, Pandavas going to perform the ritual for the dead bodies. It is explained in Mahabharata that during these 18 days there is only fighting and fighting. No one was allowed to take the dead body to perform the last rite. So now Yudhishthira Maharaj along with his associates, they and also some others, they also came to identify the dead bodies. So who were able to identify their relatives, they took them and they did Daha Samskar. And then rest, because there were so many soldiers, they were killed in the battle. So Yudhishthira Maharaj along with his associates, they gathered the dead bodies in different places with the chandan wood. They burned the dead body. So in that way, here it is said, Athape samparitanam swanam udukamichara. Samparitanam means those who have left their body. So these people, they desire water. Udakamichara. This is a very significant point for us to know. Because nowadays, people have no conception about what is the religious rites to be performed after somebody leaves body. So here clearly Bhagavatam says, those who leave their body, samparitanam, udakamicharam, they expect the family members should give them water. Giving water means tarpan, Sardha Vidhi. That is how you can see in Bhagavad Gita when Krishna told Arjuna, now you have to fight. Arjuna was very much concerned about what will be the consequences. He says there will be Varna Sankara and there will be no one to perform Pindodaka Kriya, Lupta Pindodaka Kriya. Then those who are in Pitraloka, they will also fall down. So therefore I cannot fight in the battle. So there is a system in the Vedic culture that when somebody dies in the family, afterwards they have to do this tarpan, offering water. The question is raised by the people, why we should perform this tarpan? Why should we give water to them, a pinda to them? Shastra says, when they offer water by chanting the proper mantra, sometimes Brahmana they help them, then this water will be transformed in form of milk, honey, in some type we say amrita, and those who are in the upper planet, the ancestors, they will survive with that. And I know in our house there is a performance sadhana where the 14 generations name was chanted. So they used to get very special day. So this is the system of dharma, religion. Those who are atheistic people, they don't understand how is it possible. I can give you an example. He is thinking just you are offering water, right? What is the use of offering this water here? They don't have the understanding that this water can be transformed into their eatable items, and whatever is necessary, they will get it. It is transformed. So, if I ask you, you tell me, you just take a piece of paper and go to the market and buy so many things, right? Whether you say it rupees or dollar, pound, whatever you say, there is just a piece of paper, right? And you go to the market, whatever you want, you can get it. If a piece of paper can give you whatever you want, what is the difficulty for you to understand? By chanting Vedic mantra and offering water, it can also give whatever is necessary for the sustenance of the departed souls. Yes. हम लोगों का मुनि ऋषियों ने ये सिद्धांत बताया है कि जब कई परिवार में शरीर छोड़ते हैं, उसके बाद उनके लिए तर्पण करना चाहिए, जरूर देना, एक जरूरी है। तर्पण विधि से जब उनके लिए पानी दिया जाता है, तब वो पानी दूध, मधु, अमृत के रूप में प्राप्त होता है परलोकों में। तो इसीलिए ये करना बहुत जरूरी है। अभी के समय में देखा जाता है, लोगों के मन में तो धर्म की बातें नहीं आती, और मरने के बाद की तो बात छोड़ दीजिए, जीवित अवस्था में भी उनको एक गिलास पानी तक भी नहीं देते हैं अपने बच्चे लोग। कहाँ छोड़ देते, कभी जा करके क्या ओल्ड एज होम में रहते हैं। कितना दुखद स्थिति है। How terrible it is when an old man in the family, he is sent to a old age home. Nobody is there. One person is taking care of 5, 10 old people. They will do according to their convenience. Sometimes when they want to take medicine in a glass of water, they don't have the ability. They have to depend on somebody else. Whether they have given birth to their children, and children are not looking after them. And when children come to see them, Father's Day, Mother's Day, one day, hello, how are you, mom? And give a hug, that's it. What kind of culture is this? Therefore, our Vedic culture is complete. Nowadays, people do not know that such kind of activities are part of our life. Therefore, the society is being degraded. Therefore, we have to teach people, at least common people. In our organization, we also have a system that when somebody leaves body, we help them to perform the last rite for the departed soul. We perform those activities by following Vaishnava Vidhi. Outside people, they do not know they perform those activities, those rituals by following Smarta Vidhi. But Gopal Bhatta Goswami has written a scripture called Sakriya Sarvadipika. It gives total description about how Vaishnavas perform the last rite for the departed soul. So because they desire this water, therefore Yudhishthira Maharaj and other, they came together, Datum, Udakam Datum, to offer water. Who came there? Sir Krishna. Samacharya says Sir Krishna means with Krishna. Krishna also. Next time you will see Krishna was also there. Krishna was also there. And Puraskritya Devaspriya. Srila Sridhar Swami commenting on this verse, he says, Tasmin Karye Stri Purasratva Vidhanat. In such rituals, ladies walk in front. There's so much detail, instructions are there how these activities must be performed. So the ladies, they walk in front. Now they went to the Ganges. Te niniya dokam sarve vilapya cha vishampuna apruta haripadabja rajapruta sarijare. So they came, they went to the Ganga, and Dhaumyamani, who was Pandava's Kulaguru, he helped them to perform this ceremony, this ritual. That means they took bath, then they did tarpana, then came out, then bilapya. Here bilapya means when they were offering water, the name was chanted, for this person we are offering this. So when the name was reminded, automatically what the person was, what was his qualities, now everything came floating in their mind. So it caused lamentation in them. So they were lamenting. And again, Pune, again they went and took bath in the Ganges. And here they are saying, Hari Padabja Raja Puta Sarichare. Where did they go? They went to Ganges. Ganges qualification, the quality of the Ganges have been described as this water of Ganga is mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. It's very pure. So therefore, even nowadays we know those who are from India, if somebody leaves body, then they take the ashes and go to Haridwar, Varanasi, Mayapur. They perform the last rite there, ashes immersion ceremony. In Mayapur, for the last few years, we have started this event in Gaurpurnim. During Gaurpurnim festival time, we keep 1 day reserve to help devotees bring ashes, and our devotees will be there to help them perform the immersion of the ashes in Ganga. So, this is a very, very auspicious activity performed in Ganges water. Why? It is said Haripada Buddha. This reminds us about the pastime of when Lord Vamandev, he went to Bali Maharaj to buy the 3 footsteps of land. When he occupied all these planets with first step, then in the second step he covered the Antariksha and then went up. And as he started extending his feet, it broke the covering of the universe, and there is a hole created. Then the water, which is called Karam, the Karam Samudra, causal ocean, which is flowing above the covering of the universe. So from that causal ocean water is spiritual water. That is Ganga, that is Ganges water. So it came washing the feet of Vamandev. At that time, Lord Brahma, with his commander, he captured all the water. Then Bhagavad Maharaj, when he came to deliver his forefathers, he prayed to Mother Ganga, and Ganga then came until today also we can take the benefit. So therefore, the practice is still going on, especially in India. We help our departed souls to get Ganges water, and who all the devotees came? Tatra Srinam Kurupati. Maharaj Yudhishthira was there, Sahanujam, with his brothers, and Dhritarashtra was also there. Who all came? Gandharim, Putra Sokarta, Pritham Krishnam Cha Madhava. Yeah, Krishna. Madhava. Gandhari, Pritha and Krishna. These 3 names have been mentioned in this verse and said, Putra Sokarta. They all were lamenting because of having lost their sons. So the question is asked, okay, we know Gandhari, she lost 100 sons, and Krishna, Draupadi, no, she had lost her children, and Pritha, Kunti, another name of Kunti is Pritha. So why it is mentioned that she also lost her son? Karna. Karna was Pritha's son. Right? Very interesting point. Pritha, Kunti Maharani, she was also there when Yudhishthira Maharaj was offering water. She approached Maharaj Yudhishthira. Krishna was also there. Krishna knew why she is going. Because Krishna knew Karna is Pritha's son. And before Kurukshetra battle started, even Kunti also, she approached Karna. She said, Karna, you are my son. Don't go against Yudhishthira. You join with them I know Yudhishthira's nature. He will be very happy to enthrone you and he will serve under you. Give up the company of Duryodhana. Don't stay with him. When Kunti Maharani said, and Karna said, my dear mother, it's too late now. I have already given my words to my friend Duryodhana. I can't betray him. But I can tell you, whether I join today or I don't join, fight has to happen. But I assure you, you will have your Pancha Pandava. You will have 5 sons. He said, either I will lead the body or Arjuna will lead the body. Either of two. You will have still 5. Then he said, well, you should know, when Krishna is there, Arjuna will remain with you. You see, these characters are so glorious. But he didn't join. Karna is a very big, great personality. He is famous for giving charity. Even Krishna also once told Karna, said, Karna, you should join the Pandavas. Yudhishthira Maharaj will fan you. Nakula and Sahadev, they will do your pada seva. Draupadi will give you betel nut. What a glorious life. Come and join. So, no, not possible. So now, all these things, Yudhishthira Maharaj didn't know that Karna is his brother. Now, while after Karna's passing away, now Kunti is thinking, this is my responsibility. He is my son. Now everybody is offering water for the departed soul. Who is going to offer water for Karna? So here our acharyas explain that one way she is having her vatsalya also for Karna, and at the same time she is also thinking about the local ajya, what the people will think. But her vatsalya became so heavy, she decided to go to Yudhishthira Maharaj and she explained, she told, first of all she went and she said to Yudhishthira, you should offer water for Karna. Yudhishthira said, what? Why I should offer water for Karna? Who is Karna for me? Then she narrated the story. She said, when I was young, I had received a boon from Durvasana by which I was able to invite the demigods. He had given me a mantra. Here, very interesting point. Why did Durvasana give her this mantra? Because Durvasana is Trikala Rishi. He could see in future this girl's husband will not be able to give her sons. Therefore, I should give her this mantra. Actually, Pritha didn't want to take the mantra. Or Durvasana said, no, Betty, my dear daughter, take it. One day you will serve some purpose. That is why he had given the mantra. And because she was young at that time, she wanted to test. She didn't know whether this mantra is going to work or not. And she invited Suryadev. When Suryadev came, then Suryadev, he just glanced at Pritha, and Pritha conceived a baby. Now, after giving birth to the baby, she floated the baby in Ganga, writing a note, whoever gets this baby, please take care of him nicely. So that's how, when he explained to Karna, after saying this, she went fainted in the water. And then Karna, he took his mother on his lap and then brought him to this world. And he started crying. He said, "Why did you not tell me before? I could have easily given up my throne to Karna." Then Yudhishthira Maharaj became a little upset. He cursed the entire women dynasty. He said, "From today on, no secret message will be hidden by any ladies." Please don't mind. So therefore, they are very simple, They don't keep anything, nothing secret can remain with them. So you have to be very careful. That Yudhishthira Maharaj, he told like that. But he, then he offered water for Karna also. So in this way, Krishna was also there. Then after that, Yudhishthira Maharaj started to lament very heavily because he was thinking, now I am the cause of my brother's death. And he was crying very heavily. Then Krishna, along with Munis, the Rishis, they started to console him. How did Krishna, question can be asked, why Krishna only not console him? Why did he take assistance of the Rishis? Because our Acharya said, when same thing is heard from different people, then it enters into the mind. So therefore Krishna is speaking and also he is helping others to also speak. And what they are speaking? Bhutesu kalasya gatim darshan apratikriyam. He is saying that the irresistibility of the effect of time on living beings is governed by Kala. Kalasya gatim. It's a very important point also for us. If we see today, all these people, whatever the life they have adapted, that is because of the movement of the time. Even we can see in our personal life experience that when we were young, society was not so much degraded. People were more pious. They were going to the temple or church. Even I have seen, But nowadays, if you talk about, this country, when I was in New York, when devotee was driving me in New York City, one day because we had Sankirtan in Times Square. There is a place called Times Square in New York. So he was bringing me, he said, "Prabhu, let's go around, I'll show you certain things." Then he went near us. We were going to a street. He said, "Prabhu, can you see these big buildings?" I said, "What is this?" He said, "In these buildings, they used to perform theatre, live theatre. They will come, they will perform the drama, and people come in big number to watch this theatre and drink, eat meat." When that is on Saturday, especially on Saturday night. Because Saturday night is the only day they get free time to enjoy like this. And then they will go to bed late night, and next morning they don't have to go to work. They can sleep until 11, 12. Right? And next day they will not go. Next day they will go to bed early because they have to go for work next day. 5 days they will work, and 1.5 day go for this party. Kala said the thing. This Kala is not going to spare their life when they are performing. So, this is what is happening. Apratikriya. Those who are into such kind of bad habits, they have to suffer. Apratikriya. There is no other way they can rescue. What they can do. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, Krishna and the Muni, they are saying that this Kalagati, what was supposed to happen has happened. There is nothing to lament, Yudhishthira. Now we should come back and perform what we are supposed to do. And then after that, what going to happen very quickly, Sutta Goswami explains. Sadhaitva jata satru samrajyam idavai kritam. So Krishna helped Maharaj Yudhishthira to regain his kingdom, which was usurped by Kitavai, those who are wicked kings. Who are they? Duryodhana and party. As we know, when Pandavas they went in exile for 13 years, that time they were actually enjoying the kingdom, and that was actually Somrajya. That was the kingdom of Maharaj Yudhishthira. Because we have seen when Maharaj Yudhishthira became the king, because half the kingdom was given to them by, I mentioned other day, by Dhritarashtra. So when he was ruling so nicely, and himself he went in the east direction, Arjun went in the north direction, Nakul and Sahadev they went in south and west, and they conquered many kingdoms, and he was ruling his kingdom very nicely. That was his actual kingdom. But these unscrupulous Duryodhana party, they had usurped the kingdom. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, you see, he is such a nice man, he didn't object. Okay, whatever. If it is so, then I accept it. Sometimes those who are very, much devoted to Krishna, like good devotees, they don't bother actually. Okay, whatever happens. Sometimes we have seen that. And Krishna, Ghate, Yudhishthira Maharaj has been described as Ajata Satru. Ajata Satru means whose enemy is not born. That means, how can you say, you can ask this question, right? Are Duryodhana and others, they are his enemy. Then why Bhagavatam says Yudhishthira Maharaj Ajata Satru? Because Yudhishthira Maharaj never took Duryodhana and others as his enemy. This was the life of Maharaj Yudhishthira. And Ghataitva Sakorakyam. Krishna, he actually helped to be killed these kings who were into all sorts of wretched activities. Here it is explained, Jarasandha. At that time, Jarasandha was very powerful king on the earth, in Bharatvarsa, you can say. And all those wicked-minded kings, they had joined with him. And they were supporting him. And Kamsa was his son-in-law. Now you can imagine. Kamsa is his son-in-law, and he is the leader of all these Kshatriyas who are into adharmic activities. And when Krishna killed Kamsa, that's how Jarasandha and party, they became very much angry at Krishna. They said, now we have to do something. And then Jarasandha, he came, he attacked Mathura with 23 auxiliary Sena soldiers. And when he attacked Mathura, Krishna and Balaram, they came to fight with them. Krishna and Balaram, they took care of everybody. Finally, Balaram captured Jarasandha with his plow. In one hand, then with Musal. He wanted to hit him. Krishna said, hey, wait. don't kill him. Why? Then Krishna started looking. He is the father-in-law of my uncle, should not kill him, just spare his life. Balaram said, no, I am not going to not leave him. Krishna said, no, you must leave him. If you leave him, then just by sitting here, we will be able to achieve our goal. We are here to kill all the demons, right? If you leave him, he is going to bring all those demons again to us. We will sit here in one place and we will take care of them. That's why you see, actually after Krishna left, Jarasandha was released, Jarasandha didn't went back to Magad. Magad is Bihar province. He didn't go. From there he decided to go to the forest. He became sadhu. But you see, the company of the demons, how it is dangerous. This man, he got a very severe lesson. Now he is leaving. He doesn't want to go back to his country. And he is leaving to the forest. Then his company, they found out that he is leaving, and then they came, why are you thinking like this? Battle means somebody has to win, somebody has to, be defeated. It's not that this time you got defeated, next time also you will be defeated. No, we are there with you. Let's go. Try once again. Jarasandha went on attacking Mathura 17 times, and Krishna sitting there, they killed all of them. Finally, as you know, Bhimsen, he came to kill Jarasandha. It's a long story, but these are the kind of people Krishna actually helped Maharaj Yudhishthira. How he could regain his kingdom. And one other important point is explained here, Kachas Parsakshata. All these kings' life degradation was automatically vanished because of the rough handling of the hair of Draupadi. Prabhupada comments in this connection that he says, to insult a chaste woman means to bring about disaster in the duration of life. Dushasana, a brother of Duryodhana, insulted Draupadi, an ideal chaste lady, and therefore the miscreants died untimely. These are some of the stringent laws of the Lord mentioned above. Our Shastra says, Nada Paramana Yushyam Paradara Vimarsanam. There is no greater sin than touching other's wife, other lady. Anyone who touches other lady than his own wife, that is the greatest sin. And you can see, because these people, they assembled together just to support this weak-minded Duryodhana, and they could go to such an extent that they, because of the insult they gave to Draupadi, they had to leave their body. We have seen in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is seeing how all the soldiers are entering into Krishna's mouth, and Krishna is, achieving them in form of Vishwarup. So, people do not know nowadays what is the consequence of such kind of bad activities. And who is promoting these activities? Our government. Government supports. Actually, general people are innocent, they don't know. But when government gets involved, then people become more corrupt. If government people, they become nice, then whole world will be nice. Nowadays, any country you take, only people who are in government, big positions, they are actually committing nations. That's how the whole world is suffering today. And this is what you can see maybe that time also. With Duryodhana, he just, told what to do and everybody listened to him. Can you imagine nowadays, no society will afford to see a lady is attempted to be naked in an assembly. Right? Nobody will tolerate it. How would they dare to do this? Because of this big Duryodhana. Therefore, how you choose your company is very, very important. If we are into bad company, then life is finished. So, after that, Maharaj Krishna will help him to perform 3 Ashwamedha sacrifice, 3 Uttama Kalpakai, with very high grade materials, Brahmanas who could chant mantra properly, pure ingredients, and with all good qualified Brahmanas. And that's how he glorified the fame of Maharaj Yudhishthira in 3 directions, just as the fame of Indra is spread all over. Satamanyu Divatanot. Satamanyu, one who performs hundreds of sacrifices. Who is that? Indra. And after that, now you can imagine Krishna was there during that time, almost total you can say around 4 months to kind of help them to prepare for the battle and whole battle, everything. It took around 4 months for him. Now you can imagine who has got 16,000 Mahisis in Dwaraka. And from each Mahisi he had 10 sons and 1 daughter. Such a big family. What a responsibility. So now he is thinking, I should go back. And he, after bidding farewell to the Pandavas, Krishna prepared to depart for Dwaraka. Who were there? Sani, Uddhava, Samyuta. So, there's Satyaki and Uddhava. They were accompanying Krishna. And before he left, there was a mutual worship. The rishis, they worship Krishna. Krishna also respected them. Those who were young, Krishna was talking to them. They were coming offering obeisances to Krishna. So in that way, now Krishna is ready to go to Dwaraka. Gantum Krutamatim Brahman Dwaraka Mathamastito Upalehe Vidhavanti Uttaram Bhayaviha. At that time, another incident happened. When Krishna is just about to leave for Dwaraka, Uttara started running towards Krishna. And Bhayaviha, she was very much afraid of the Brahmastra weapon which was released by Sotama. She said to Krishna, Pahi Pahi Mahadugin Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyatrodabhayam Pasya Datranti Parasparam. The question can be asked, Arjuna is there, Pandavas, all Pandavas are there. Why Draupadi, our Uttara, is running towards Krishna? Because by now, she knows that only Krishna can protect me. She knows Krishna Tattva very nicely. Even the ladies on the Pandava side, they knew who Krishna is. Nowadays, the greatest of great so-called scholars, they don't know who Krishna is. And she's in Mahajogin, Deva Deva, Jagatpate. You are the Lord of the Lord. You are the maintainer of the universe. You protect everybody. I don't see anybody than you who can protect me. What? None. Mrityu jatra mrityu parasparam. In this world, one living entity is the cause of the death of the other living entity. But that means everybody is under the clutches of death. So when we are victims of the death, how can we protect somebody? We can protect. But Uttara knew only Krishna can protect me. So if somebody says, Uttara, your husband is no more, why do you desire to survive? Why do you desire to live in this body? She said, Abhi Dravati Mamis, let this fiery iron arrow burn me, and it will. But Kamam Bhavatmam Natha Mame Garabha Nipatyatam. She's saying, let it not burn the embryo in my womb. It's very important point. Prabhupada is writing in the purport, he's saying, the mother of a child has a great responsibility in giving all protection to the child, and therefore Uttara was not ashamed to express this frankly before Lord Krishna. It is a great responsibility of the mother to give protection to the child. See, our people are so ignorant. If somebody murders a person in the maybe in the market or in any society, then the police is going to catch him and imprison him. They are going to punish him. But if the baby is killed in the womb, they don't talk about it. That's even more heinous act. And they should be actually punished. Those who kill the baby in the womb, they should be sent to prison house, according to Bhagavatam. But what to do? Society is so degraded today, they don't understand the importance of following the religious principles. Therefore, Bhagavad is saying it's a duty, it's a responsibility. The mother who kills the baby in the womb, she is not a mother actually, she is a Rakshasi, Pishachi. How can you? Who can kill our own child? On the sea of Pishachi. But that kind of Paisachika pravritti is being promoted by our medical industry. People are making a living out of this. So this is kind of Ghor Kali. This is the intensity of Kali Yuga you can understand from such kind of situations. So the lesson, that's why Bhagavatam is a very, very instructive scripture. When you read Bhagavatam, you follow the commentary of the acharyas, then everything becomes very crystal clear. The society can benefit so much out of this literature. We are just, we are reading one verse after another and we are trying to assimilate what it is. These are very simple things, like people do not know what will be the consequences. And Bhagavatam is teaching us, Prabhupada is saying. So people should read. That's why I would say, maybe Mataji was telling me yesterday, whether you are planning to sell Bhagavatam set, right? You said first 4 sets.
Many sets we are getting. For many sets of Bhagavatam, one set. So each, anybody who buys one set of Bhagavatam, we are giving them one set of Chaitanya Charitamrita free.
Good. Okay. So Prabhu is saying, if you become one of the 8 set of Bhagavatam receiver, then you get one set of Chaitanya Charitamrita free. Right? And then after that, after 8 sets are gone, you get only Bhagavatam, not Chaitanya Charitamrita for free. So what you can do is, at least you can get one to give a present to your friends and relatives. That would be nice. That is the best gift you can ever give. Somebody will read. If he is not reading today, maybe down the line after, maybe, next generation, they will read. It's very nice literature. Bhagavatam should be given to everybody as a present. So those who are here, you feel that you want to give some gift to your near and dear one, I would recommend you to purchase a set of Bhagavatam from this center. And of course, again, we will get a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita for free. And people should read this, Prabhupada's purport. And again, I can also tell you, in Mayapur Institute, we have a systematic studies on Bhagavatam. So those who want to study, they can also join. So we will teach them, we will educate them. And those who are coming to this class also, you take this inspiration, We have prepared a study guide for the children. They can understand Bhagavatam. There is not all verses are there, but essence of each verse have been taken into that handbook. So I mean to say, you take Bhagavatam, and if you want to study systematically, contact us, will help you, help the society. Society needs help. Iskcon is doing this service actually. And we want you to be part of this. So, Uttara, she came running to Krishna and seeking protection for her baby. And at that time, Krishna, he understood what is the situation. He understood that this is the work of Aswathama. Apannama midam kartum dravani astram buddhyata. This Dronacharya's son, Aswathama, being angry, and he wanted to take revenge, therefore he has released Brahmastra weapon. And this time, this Brahmastra weapon was released by Aswathama was a very special weapon. This weapon could be seen only and only by the Pandavas and the family members of the Pandavas. No other person can see. And he had released only one weapon, and one head was targeting the womb of Uttara, and other 5 was targeting Pandavas. And Krishna is right there. Just imagine. And Sudha Goswami is saying, when the Pandavas, they saw 5 arrows, fiery arrows are running towards them, and now Uttara is also coming. So Krishna immediately figured out, this is the act of Aswathama. And he said that this Brahmastra weapon cannot be counteracted by any other weapon. And now Pandavas, even though they are kind of not trying to get their weapons ready to fight against, but Krishna understood that by the time they try to counteract the weapon, they will be finished. That's why Sutta Goswami is saying, Vyasanam vikhyata tesam ananya vishayatmanam sudarsanena shastrena swanam laksham vidhat vido. Other day somebody was asking, if Mataji was asking this question, right? That if somebody leaves body in accident, what happens to him? You see what Krishna is doing to his devotee. This is an accident coming, right? In few minutes, Pandavas are gone. And Krishna knew that now Pandavas are not in a position to counteract the weapon. Why? Because there is no time. And even if they want to counter this, they can counter it only by Brahmastra weapon. So Krishna didn't wait for the Pandavas to tell him. When he became an Ananya Bhakta, here he said, Vyasanam vikhyata tesam ananya vishayatmanam. Ananya vishayat means no anya vishaya atma jesanta. Pandavas were not thinking of anybody else except Krishna, only Krishna and Krishna. That is the meaning of Ananya Vishayatmana. Good time, Krishna. Difficult time, Krishna. Any time, Krishna. That is the meaning of Ananya Vishayatmana. When somebody is fully surrendered to Krishna, he is dependent only and only on Krishna, then Krishna takes control of their lives. Therefore, here you can see Pandavas never request Krishna. They didn't request Krishna that Krishna should do something. He immediately took his Sudarshan weapon and simultaneously he protected the Pandavas and the child was in the womb of Uttara. And how did he do that? It is explained that Krishna is saying, Yogeshwara Hari, Antastha Sarvabhutanam Atma Yogeshwara Hari, Somaya Pranagarbham Vairagya Kurutantave. That was the last child in Kuru dynasty. You can imagine. Vasudhama wanted Apandava Midam Kartum. He wanted to wipe out the existence of Pandavas from the surface of this earth. Such a, a bad guy. And Krishna, he has been said here as Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means yogis that can become smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest, right? So Krishna could become very small, and at the same time he Yogeshwara means he is also there in the heart of Uttara. He just became manifest there and he covered the embryo of Uttara and he defeated the Brahmastra weapon. The question can be asked, right? Well, Krishna, why he had to go inside? He doesn't have to go inside the womb of Uttara, right? He could do from outside also. See, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. Here it is said, he is Bhakta Vatsal. Parikshit Maharaj was a great devotee for Krishna. He wanted to give darshan to Parikshit in his mother's home. See, people who don't know who Krishna is, they should listen to this kind of narrations. Then they will know why we worship Krishna, why we are so much dedicated to Krishna. Therefore he entered into, and Parikshit Maharaj, he did arti to Krishna while he was in mother's womb. Such a great soul. He greeted Krishna. That's how his name became Parikshit. After he came out, then he was searching, who is that person protected me in my mother's womb? And he was searching the quality of that person everywhere, whoever he saw afterwards. So, in that way, Mamamstan Yadashcharyam Sarvashcharyamechyute Jaidam Maya Devya Sujatyam Bati hantyaja. So when Sutta Goswami is speaking, he is saying, this is not to be surprised that such a miraculous act was conducted by Krishna. He is glorifying Krishna. Manam tahitadascharya. He is speaking to these sages in Naimisaranya. Don't think this to be especially wonderful. It is not a very miraculous act. Why? Ja idam maya devya. By his maya potency, he can create this universe, he can maintain it, and also he can annihilate it. This is Krishna. So for him to protect the child in the mother's womb, and also the Pandavas with his Darshan Chakra, it's not a very miraculous act for him. So he can do anything. So in that way, when Krishna, while he was actually sitting in the chariot, he heard down. The situation is like this, you can see. Now Krishna is ready to depart. And before he left, he took blessing from Kunti Maharani. And then he went to the chariot. He was already seated on the chariot. He was just about to leave. At that time, Uttara came running towards him. Then he got down from the chariot. Then everything happened. And Kunti Maharani saw everything on her own eye. And Pandavas also they saw. Even till now, Kunti Maharani was thinking, no, he is like one of our family members. Krishna is like my son. But after she saw how Krishna protected the Pandavas and the baby in the womb of Uttara, that's how she became overwhelmed with appreciation for Krishna, because Krishna has manifested his opulence. And now Kunti Maharani, she is going to offer her prayers to Krishna. And in her prayers you will see she will be speaking so many wonderful things to glorify who Krishna is. And so I think we should also give some time for question and answer session, because every time you ask some questions. So now I would invite, if you have any questions, comment or concern, we can go to that. Yes, Mataji. How he is given that position. You see, these people are performing a play here. And that all these things are happening to teach us. It does not mean that because he did it, that's why he cannot be what he is supposed to be. Even for that, it is Shastra says, he is still performing his austerity. Aswatthama, he is still performing his austerity. There is a place in Vrindavan. Some say Aswatthama is still there in Vrindavan. Some people have seen him, they say. Anyway, whatever it may be. But the point is, Krishna's arrangement is very difficult to understand. How he wants to choose people, what they should be, how they should do. I don't have much to say here except how Krishna decides things, I don't know. I can say. I have no idea on this. Yes?
Yesterday in the third verse that Krishna is situated in Kaivalya. That Prabhupada translates as eternal bliss of knowledge. So this question keeps coming up. Bhagavatam also 14.27 where he says Brahmanoti Pratishtha. Sukasya Kamikasya Cha. So if there is only eternity and knowledge there and no bliss, that's what we say because they emerge in the Brahman and there's no bliss of serving. So what is that bliss? Is that bliss there in Kaivalya?
No, that Amritasya Vyasya, this slope you are quoting, that is not the definition of Kaivalya. You see, in the outside world, some people, as I mentioned, they keep, hair or the teeth, but the body is decomposed, or it is, burned to ashes, right? But Krishna's body is not like that. That is what we said. The Satchidananda Vigraha. He actually he is Kaivalya. Not that people in this world who want to merge in Brahman, that is Kaivalya. And as I was mentioning, one Acharya, Sri Jiva Goswami has commented on this verse by taking a reference from 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where he mentions three things. One thing is, he is worshipped by liberated souls and demigods and conditioned souls. And he is the totality of bliss. That means, just by looking at Krishna, also other people can derive bliss. They can be happy. Okay? Then, the third thing, what is the third thing, Prabhu? I was telling you yesterday, do you remember? Forget. It's also not coming to me right now. So there are three things he's saying. I can give the reference of that verse. You can look at that verse. So that is why he is the Kaivalya, not people who think they are merging into the existence of Brahman. That is what is Kaivalya. Kaivalyam narakayate tridasapu akam puspayate. So those who attain Krishna, for them, that kind of Kaivalya is like naraka, is like hell. Because they cannot become engaged in service of Krishna. But those who are engaged in service of Krishna, they get the highest form of bliss. That is why he is called Kaivalya. In this context, Kaivalya means Krishna is the totality of bliss, and anyone who comes in contact with him, they also attain bliss. That is the main explanation behind it. Therefore, you see, as I was mentioning other day, very interesting question you are asking, Mataji. You may not understand how we are currently explaining this. It will take some time for you to understand this. Our Vaishnava Acharyas, they have analyzed these very literatures in a way which is eventually going to help the conditioned soul to take shelter in the lotus feet of Krishna and get Krishna there. When you see the explanation of such very literatures given by somebody who is not a Vaishnava, this man will never be able to become successful in getting shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Then what to speak of attaining love of Godhead? So the whole idea behind explaining this Vedic literature by the Vaishnavas is to help a conditioned soul how he can fix his mind unto Krishna's lotus feet. How can he become an honorary devotee of Lord Krishna? Therefore, we should be always, when we know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and our duty is to only serve Him, therefore we should be very careful about choosing our association, who we should associate with, who we should listen to. So these kind of explanations are given by our acharyas only, and we should be following them. If you think from other perspective, then you will be confused. There, Bhagavad Gita says, Bhirnadha Acharya, he explains in one Bhagavatam verse commentary, he says, these people who are Brahmavadis, and they want to become one with the Brahman effulgence, they actually don't become one with Brahman effulgence. What happens to them? These Brahmavadis, first of all, they accept Krishna's Vigraha form is Satchidananda Vigraha. okay, eternal. And they want to become free from the suffering conditions of this world, therefore they want to annihilate their individuality and want to merge with Krishna. And because they understand Krishna is eternal, therefore they perform a bit of devotional service. But predominantly they are desiring to become one with the absolute truth. Therefore, a time comes when they realize the 8 symptoms of the soul, the qualities of the soul, which also belongs to Krishna. Vijara, Vimrittu, Vishoka, Vata Papa, Vijidhatsa, Satyakama, Satyasankalpa. Okay, these 8 qualities are realized by these personalities. And then at that time they understand we are actually equal to him in what? In quality. And then after that he says they come in contact with the Vaishnava, devotee of the Lord, and then being favored by Vaishnava, they take devotional service. That's why Arujya Krishna Paramparantada Padantyadu, what is the meaning of that? Anadrita Jusmadandaya. Because they have no respect unto the lotus feet of the Lord. They don't engage in the service of the Lord, therefore patanti adha. These people, they don't go. When somebody does not immediately, what is Brahman? Brahman means Brahma Anga Kandita Nirvishesh Prakase. That is the effulgence, bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna. So, even this Jad Advaita Brahma Parishadi Tadapyasya Tanuha. Upanishad, what tells about Brahman, that is the effulgence coming from your body. So we understand this. If it is Krishna's effulgence, do you think one who is inimical to Krishna, will they will be allowed entrance there? No. Right? How? They will fall down. But those who actually appreciate Krishna, they accept Krishna's eternal form, and they are engaged in some devotional service with a desire to become one with him. Because they are performing little devotional service, that will eventually help them to realize the 8 qualities in them, and then they will associate with the Vaishnava, then they will serve him and go back to Vaikuntha. But those who are really demons, then what will happen? Daityasya harina hada. Siddha lokastu tamaso paraya pravasanti siddha brahma sukhe magna daityasya harina hada. That place which is beyond tama. Tama means this material world. After material world, there are coverings, then Viraja. After Viraja is Siddha, which is also called Brahma. That is where only this Brahman effulgence. Those demons who are killed by Krishna, they go there. Okay. So, but devotees actually, even those who take to that process, accepting Krishna's body is eternal, eventually they become the worshipper of Krishna's personal form. Our Vaishnava acharyas, they give very clean and clear restitution. Bhagavatam says, Arujya Krishna Parampara Patantyata. If they don't respect Krishna, how can they go there? They can't go there. Okay.
Bhima was poisoned by the Duryodhana, and he was unconscious and thrown in the Ganges. Goes to the Ganges down into Patala. But as a creation of the universe, Atala, Vitala, Patala is the 3rd level of different planet. So my question is, how this Patala is a Vasuki, also that Patala is a different planet, is differentiate?
Yeah, how he reached there? Very good question. You know, Ganga is called Tribhuvana Pavani. Ganga is flowing in three worlds. So, Ganga had the connection to go to the Patal also. So, when he was thrown in Ganga, so Ganga brought him here. Therefore, like you see, this is a very important point. Why we perform this Sadhu ceremony, the Pindadam, is done in the Ganges water. As you know, they come on the bank of Ganga and we perform the ritual and we accept this Vishnu Prasad and then we float it in Ganga, Ganges water. Why? Because Ganga is flowing in the three world, wherever their soul may be, because Ganga is flowing everywhere, so there is an opportunity, there is a chance that their soul will get that pinda which is offered to him. Whichever place that person may be. Tribhuvana Tarini, Gange, right? So that is why. So there is a connection. Ganga is flowing everywhere. That's why he went on floating in Ganga and he came to that place. Thank you. Okay, so I think, yes, Prabhu.
Related to this only, when we do the Pindadam, so after, so you are saying of 14th generation they are they are doing, right? They are already taken birth. How, in what form they get that pind or that water which we offer? Because they are already in some yoni, in some shape and form.
Not that immediately they get. Those who really perform some pious activity, see, there are two things. One thing is, like, what is that? In India, some Brahmins, they perform Agnihotra. Agnihotra, in their house, the Agni is continuously burning for generations, right? If somebody performs this Agnihotra Yajna very sincerely, and you have seen sometimes these Agnihotri, they don't eat in somebody else's house. They will eat only cooked by themselves or by his wife only. They are very strict people. By performing such kind of activity, they got promoted to the heavenly planet. Okay? These people, they get the benefit, this sadhu, whatever we are giving. But those who are suffering in other yonis or like preta yonis, when you offer Vishnu Prasad to them, then they get delivered from there. But those who get a human body, who is getting the human birth? You tell me? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Rasta Vijayate. Those who have not completed the yoga practice in that lifetime, they get birth as a human being, and when they are born as a human being, they don't need anything from you because they are already born in a family of a righteous Brahmana or righteous family or a Brahmana family or Vaishnava family. They continue their practice from there. So therefore, for them it is not required. But those who are, pious people, they have been elevated there, you will go to them and will help them.
It doesn't help the people who are in non-human form. It doesn't help people who are in human form.
No, in the human form means even if you try to understand the systems have been given. If somebody is already in the human form and if he is performing that Shraddha ceremony for him, so there is nothing harm, there is no harm for him, no? He is already practicing Krishna Bhakti. What is the meaning of giving this pinda? One thing is, if somebody is suffering in some lower species of life, then by getting Vishnu Prasad, he will be released from that body. He doesn't have to go through the evolutionary process. Okay? Then the other thing is, those who are in the heavenly planet, they get the benefit and they survive there for 14 generations. After 14 generations, they have to again come down to be born here. So this system have been made. But for those who are devotee already, they are already taken care. We don't worry about them.
So what happens?
Wow, I told you. I am not Krishna's Chitragupta. See, according to the level of their surrender, Krishna is going to take care of them. And sometimes it is, Prabhupada also has said, no? The monkeys in Vrindavan, they were living in Vrindavan in their previous life. And because they are into bad habits, therefore, next time they are given the body of a monkey. Prabhupada has said this. That means, I cannot tell what will happen to him, what kind of devotees, what kind of activities he has performed. Krishna is going to reward them accordingly. General principle is, if they become a devotee of Lord Krishna, they are sincerely practicing, and they don't complete their journey in this lifetime, then they are given a chance in the next lifetime to be born in the family of a Brahma Vaishnava. After enjoying pleasure in the heavenly planet, those who perform Ashwamedha Yajna, there is a particular place in the higher planet to get enjoyment. So these devotees who don't complete their journey, first they will go there, they will enjoy there, and then again they will come back and take birth in the family of a righteous Brahmana, or in a big businessman family, and they will continue. But those devotees who are not following rules and regulations, even Prabhupada also said, he said, if you don't follow correlative principles, I cannot protect you. Prabhupada said, I cannot protect you, means they will be degraded, and then if somebody does some favor to them, or they will be gradually evolved from their position. Yes.
Like there are some people who live for something but devotees go and chant for them, at the time of they're leaving the body. What if they hear the chanting, maybe in unconscious stage, will they get liberated?
Liberated means?
Like they're hearing and they're leaving there, so they're remembering Krishna's name, that they may be chanting, we don't know. But we are
You see,
and chanting
okay.
and pouring the holy waters and
Listen, you should know, Shastra is very clean and clear. There are two ways actually to gain liberation. One way is you work for it, then gain the liberation. Another is mercy. But mercy is exception. That is not the principle. Prabhupada gave the example, if somebody wants to become at a doctorate degree, he has to go to a university. But without having to go through university study, sometimes some people they also get the doctorate degree, right? But that is not the principle. Somebody can't say that because he got it, I will not go. Listen. When I am speaking, just listen. Similarly, you said this person is lying unconscious, you give Ganges water in his mouth, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for him, he is going to get delivered. What are these things? These are coming as a mercy to this person. And it is between Krishna and their soul. Finally, Bhagavatam says, Karmana Daiva Netrena Jantur Deha Prapattaye. It is by the karma and Daiva. So, now that time, what kind of karma he has performed, okay? And what Krishna is going to do for him. Again, there is another thing also. If sometimes devotees really sincerely want this person to get benefit, Krishna, devotees can force Krishna to give favor to that soul also. So there are kind of different ways. So one way is if devotee they sincerely pray, then Krishna becomes favorable to him because Krishna listens to his devotees. This is one way. Another way is Krishna may decide, okay, what kind of activities he has performed and whether he should be given mercy or not. And if Krishna decides to give him mercy, okay, in form of Ganges water also he will get delivered. Here deliverance means, I don't know what you mean by deliverance. Maybe he will be given a chance in the next life to perform his devotional service.
That's why I'm not saying they are Hare Krishna Mahamantra and like the holy water, the Gayatri water, Mahaprasad, Charnamrita is given to them, what will happen?
That's what I'm saying. They may be born as a devotee next life, or if Krishna does not want them, then they have to suffer for their bad activity.
And how do we help?
Like you tell me, why did Prabhupada said these monkeys were in the previous life, they were practicing devotees in Vrindavan? Why did Prabhupada say that? That means there is something which caused them to be born as a monkey.
And how can we help some souls? Like there are some families they don't believe in like Vimpindana, Shraddha ceremony, or they may not even know their family members. Like they don't have any connection, but people are there and they're suffering. How can we people who are alive can help such people who have nobody to help them?
No, then we can tell them to kind of, bring the ashes, and we can help them to perform the ceremony in Ganga.
No, I'm not saying the people who are there. I'm not saying the people who are relatives and they're doing. Anyway, the people who are relatives and they believe such things, they will be doing. But what about there are so many souls who are suffering,
Okay.
and we don't want them to suffer. Yes, but they don't have any body to do to. Okay, we have a body now. We can at least make attempt to help to improve ourselves, but they don't have a body. But they are suffering. So we as human beings, we need to help them. How best can we help these souls who are suffering? Because we know there are so many souls, and we need to help them. How can we do that? Is there any chance for them?
Yeah. Chance you can chant for them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Janechi Usadi Maya Nasivala Ke Harinam Mahamantra Bhavatami Magi. And this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very powerful for this age of time. If you are so compassionate, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the embodiment of compassion. So you follow his path. You chant for them, pray for them. Maybe by your prayer, Krishna will listen and Krishna will do something for them. You have to chant for them. And they say, when devotees pray for somebody, if he is such a great soul, Krishna will listen to them. So in that way, he can pray for them. Yes, Guruji.
So I heard that if we practicing the Krishna consciousness and we are devotee of Krishna, we should not able to do if we can do the Pindadan, that's okay, but if we don't do that, that's fine as well. So that's...
See, Prabhupada, he has mentioned, like when our Bhakti Damodar Maharaj is, I think his father left his body, or mother, somebody, either father or mother. Then he said, Prabhupada, what should I do? I should go. But I no need to go. So we should, on third day, we can invite Vaishnavas, we can have a feast and keep prasadam, one plate, and then after everybody is finished eating, then we can give it to Ganga or ocean, wherever. So that is the kind of for those who are already sannyasis, or like they are renunciants, for them Bhagavatam also says, 14, sometimes it says 21 generations will be delivered. That is one thing. But other thing also, if it is not necessary for us, then why did Gopal Bhatta Goswami wrote this Satriya Sadhika? Satriya Sadhika is compiled by who? Gopal Bhatta Goswami, right? So, our devotees, I have seen, they follow it. Means at least once we should offer. That is what normally devotees do, I have seen in the practice. Why devotees do that? Because devotees feel that I am not qualified. I have not become such a devotee that with the strength of my devotion I can deliver my 14 generations. But if I can follow the Vaishnava Vidhi, I can help. That's a sign of humility. And once you offer Vishnu Prasad means they are delivered. Even if they are not suffering, so no, there is nothing wrong in offering Vishnu Prasad to them. So many devotees, they do offer Vishnu Prasad. At least once I have seen that in my book.
What about people who don't have children or who have families that don't believe in Hare Krishna, Hare Rama? How do they get, like somebody offering them water after they are dead?
If a devotee, one the devotee can do for them.
For themselves?
The devotee can do for them.
No, I'm talking about for a devotee himself. Suppose he dies and he needs somebody and he doesn't have children or somebody to do it for him.
No, our devotees, they do for the devotees.
Oh, other devotees.
They do. In temple we do for the devotees. We have many brahmacharis, they leave their body. We have system. We come together and we perform the ritual for them. Vaishnava, when you live in a Vaishnava community, the rule is different. Yes.
One of my colleague was asking that. He just asking that he was taking, if I take a Krishna's name and then die, like suicide.
Suicide?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Krishna's name and he wants to suicide. Where will he go? That's his question and I cannot answer.
Krishna said, Jam Bhava Smaran Bhava. For him, whatever state of consciousness he will have at the time of leaving his body, he will go to that state. And listen. Another thing is, if somebody is committing suicide, he will become a ghost. Tell him. He will not. What do you mean by taking Krishna's name? These are all kind of sentimental people. For his entire life, he is doing all nonsense, and now today he decides all of a sudden, I want to commit suicide, and while chanting Krishna's name. If Krishna is your servant or what? Just jab bulao, aa jayenge. Whatever you want, he will do for you. Who are you to decide like that? These are all nonsense thoughts. He will be a ghost. You tell him, if he is asking like this, you say, you will be a ghost in your next life. There is no way for it. Better behave properly, chant Krishna's name, and take Krishna's blessings.
Duryodhana knew that.
Yeah.
Duryodhana knew that Krishna was the God.
Yeah.
Dhritarashtra also was listening to the Bhagavad Gita. He also knew that Krishna is Paramatma. Then why did they not change their mind? Why? I mean,
Had they changed their mind, then they had become all devotees, then how Krishna is going to teach the whole world? Sometimes these things are done to teach other people also. They don't change. You see, that is the point. Like you see, Krishna, he is, what do you say, independent personality. You cannot say why Krishna is acting like that or why it didn't happen to them. So, if they didn't act in that way, then there will be no further lesson for us. There are so many things happen after this, Kurukshetra. I'm saying when Arjuna he heard Bhagavad Gita, he also heard. But Prabhupada says he was spiritually blind. So you see other aspect also. Not that he heard Bhagavad Gita means he should change. Why he will change? He was spiritually blind man. And you see, that's what I'm saying, these things, there are a lot of things to understand here. Here Krishna is going to give us another avenue. What is that? Dhritarashtra, after listening Bhagavad Gita, he did not change. He was still trying to see that his children are being victorious. Even though Sanjay clearly mentioned to him, there is no question, give up your hope that Duryodhana will win the battle. And this person got delivered by the help of a devotee of the Lord. Even though somebody was not able to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita, he was helped by Vidura. At the end of his life, who helped him? Vidura helped him. Vidura, when this Kurukshetra battle started, Duryodhana actually he insulted him. He said, one day Duryodhana was there and, he was speaking to Dhritarashtra. He said, Dhritarashtra, give up your attachment to Duryodhana. You know who this Duryodhana is? He is born as a part of Kali. And he is going to destroy the entire dynasty. Please don't favor him. At that time Duryodhana entered. And Duryodhana heard. He said, what? You are surviving on our food and you dare to speak like this? Get out from here. Vidura said, keep your bow and arrow, everything. He surrendered. He gave up his royal dress. He went out. And he went on Tirtha Yatra. And by the time he heard now everything is finished, then he was thinking, oh, I need to do something to help my brother. That is a devotee. And then he came back home. Then he spoke to Dhritarashtra for a few days. Then one fine night, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Vidur, they all left home. And he went to Haridwar. There, the way Vidur had guided him, that's how, by performing yoga, he left his body. So he was helped by a devotee. That means, even if somebody is not able to accept the teachings of Bhagavad Gita or Shastra because of their past karma, whatever, if they are helped by a devotee, then they can get the benefit.
Is it not the Dhritarashtra's condition of being blind and not recognizing God? Is it not like all the many people who still don't recognize Krishna consciousness, who don't recognize Krishna?
So what is your question?
So the question is it not a common problem for everybody? How to convince them?
That's why devotees have to preach. As I said, these people can be only helped by a devotee of the Lord. You see, why we are talking about them in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, those who are demoniac in 16th chapter, right? Tamham Vishwapruran, Samsare Sunaradhaman, Khipamya Jasramaswan, Asurishu Eva Janishu, Asuri Janmamapanna, Mudha Janmani Janmani, Ma Aprapyabdakam Deva, Tato Janti Adhamam Gati. Krishna says, those who are demoniac people, they don't get any favor from him. But in Purport Prabhupada explains, if these demons are favored by a devotee of the Lord, then only there is a hope that they may get delivered. Otherwise, according to Krishna's calculation, they will glide down and down and down. Tato janti adhamam gati. There is no question of deliverance unless a devotee of the Lord helps. Therefore, you understand the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, he has given these Bhaktivedanta purports. And what is happening in this world today, mostly because of Prabhupada, some people have become, successful, or some people are able to understand who Krishna is. They are chanting Krishna's name. And those people who are helping in this service also. For example, we are doing this service, okay? We need a place, like in Mayapur we are having a Mayapur Institute built, okay? Why? Because we want to teach this. Even those who help this, they also get benefit. Krishna had made some arrangement that through his devotees, he wants to help their civilization. So if you are a devotee, then in your little capacity, you should go out, tell people, buy a piece of Bhagavad Gita, read this book, chant Krishna's name. That will help them. Therefore, preaching has become a very important element, especially today, in today's world. Because the whole world is suffering and they need help. And we have that with us. Now it is our duty to go out and help as many people as we can. Therefore, you see, in this part of the world, we have so many centers, right? It's a very nice thing. People are getting opportunity to come, listen to the kirtan, honor Mahaprasadam. That's a great service. So, we should continue this service. Open more centers.
Prabhuji, there is an online question. Srila Prabhupada said that 70% devotee will go to heavenly planets. Isn't that scary, as such soul will end up coming back here in Gaur Kali Yuga after enjoying in heaven for many years? Isn't that bad to be here in Gaur Kali?
Because Bhagavad Gita is saying, that's what Prabhupada is saying, that those who don't complete, because here Pandavas are Ananya Vishayatmana. How many devotees have fixed their mind on Krishna, taking only and only Krishna as the core and soul in their life? Very rare, right? So then, those who are not able to complete their journey, they have to go to the higher planetary system. And then they will be given an opportunity to be born here. But again, now the question is, you are saying they will be born in Kali Yuga. I do not know. I can say how many years they will be there enjoying. You understand? This is for many, many years they will be enjoying. What is, I can 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, I can tell. Whether they will be born, this Kali Yuga has a duration, no? So that they will be finished with their enjoyment there by the end of this Kali Yuga, or maybe they will continue after. What will happen, that I cannot tell. If somebody by Krishna's will they come back, definitely it is very going to be very difficult, we can say it. Because as Kali Yuga progresses, situation is going to become worse. When situation worsens, then there is very little chance that we will be able to get, even chant Krishna's holy name. Maybe that time one who is chanting Krishna's holy name, he will be punished. Who knows? Kali can be very severe. So therefore, it is our duty to become more immersed in Krishna conscious engagements. This reminds me about Baldev Vidyabhushan. Baldev Vidyabhushan said there are 3 types of devotees. He speaks about 3 types of devotees in Bhagavad Gita. One is Sanishta, Parinishthita and Nirapeksha. Sanishtas are those who perform devotional services secondary item. Secondary to their prescribed duties, varnashram duties. And then we go to cultivation. Whatever you do, why you are doing that? This Parinishthita devotee, they understand, I am doing this because I want to become a better devotee day by day. If by God's arrangement, he is getting some opportunity to spend more time in practicing Krishna consciousness, he would rather give up on those engagements. Because he can see now by being engaged in this way, I am able to focus better in Krishna consciousness. And that is the goal of human life. And in that way, when they cultivate Krishna consciousness with that mode, automatically a time will come, they will be very easily able to give up their engagement in this world. Like what I just said, when somebody feels pressure, they have to go to the washroom, right? They just go to the washroom and finish it. That's it. Then they feel relaxed. So they will be inspired. We should practice our chanting, remembering, deity worship, all these Navadha Bhakti to such a degree that it should create a pressure in us that we are ready to give up our material engagements. For that, Prabhu, we have to pay the price. You have to wake up early, you have to chant, you have to read, But Prabhu, we don't have time. I have got so many other things. Okay, then you decide. Parinishthita, then Niropeksha that goes 24 hours. Yeah. So then people who are Parinishthita, Niropeksha, Baldevi said they are actually renunciants. They have 24 hours ready by their side to just serve Krishna and only Krishna. So now devotees in our movement, they can decide which category they want to remain, and accordingly the decision or destination will be awarded to them. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, the prasadam plates are there. Please take it out and eat at home. Because of COVID protocol, we are not allowed to eat in the temple.
And those who want to buy Bhagavatam, is anyone going to Bhagavatam?
Big sale. This is the Bhagavatam Shapta sale. This is not boxing sale, but Bhagavatam Shapta sale. If you get all Bhagavatam sale, the price